Welcome back to Cleve, Loveland, and the Loner Ranger, bringing you all your real estate and mortgage news every weekend here on WDBO 580 AM. And we're talking about this hot seller's market we're in. If you're a buyer, what do you do to get a house? Really important, you have a great buyer's agent team helping you look around. Really important, you have every single piece of paperwork in to get their loan fast track, Bruce.
Yep. Well, you have to right now. So we're seeing multiple offers. Like between 5 and 15 offers.
Yeah, that's my
people are waiving appraisal contingencies, paying over appraised value, waiving home inspections. Right? So what does somebody have to do to be chosen as the winning offer? They'd have to do all those things just to be chosen, right? It's really, and it's a challenging market for people. But here's the good news. Let's just say you bought a $400,000 house and you paid $15,000 over appraised value. About how long is it going to take till that $15,000 was made whole based on the appreciation?
The next sale in the neighborhood.
Right?
It could be within 30 days.
It could be within 30 days. It's definitely within 90 days.
Now, what I've seen, though, there's a limit, though. And like I had a house I put out for bid, and the owner went a little bit above what I suggested. And the offers that came in weren't above list price, but we had multiple offers.
Right.
So I still, but I don't have to tell all the agents what the offers are for. I just say I have multiple offers, and I gave them a counter offer. The buyer was pleasantly surprised that it wasn't above list price, and they jumped on it. So and people know there's so much information at their tip of their thumb and their phone. They know what the last couple ones have gone for, and they know what their plans are for the property. They think we're going to have to spend $30,000 to make it ours. We're going to have to add a room, whatever it might be. They know that number. And sometimes, that's why I always call the agents. Every single agent I get an offer from, I call them. I don't take the first best offer that looks like, okay, that price is above list. I call the agents and I just say, tell me about your offer. And usually they'll talk themselves out of thousands of dollars. And I want to hear, okay, that guy, the husband cost the wife that one. She's going to kill him if he doesn't get this one. And so that might be our buyer, but it's just really important. I've been negotiating contracts like this for so long. I literally I'm seeing about 50 to 100 offers every month on the listings I'm selling. But I think the main thing, what I look for is flexibility in the lending. And you know how many times I get a call from the lender, Bruce, like you call everybody and say it's done?
Not very often.
I get none unless I know it's you or somebody in your office. So, but I think that fast track is the important part. And a buyer that can put down, maybe you've got them fast tracked for a 10% loan, but they tell me they've got 30% to put down. That's the flexibility I'm looking for.
So there's a couple of things that I'm finding that are really working well for people. First of all, if you're going to put down, let's just say you're going to put down 10% on a $500,000 house. That's $50,000, right? Well, when you make your offer, put $50,000 in escrow. If the seller doesn't accept your offer, you're getting your money back. The inconvenience was you transferring money to the title company. But it shows the seller that you're serious. So you could have the same offer, both offer in the same price. You put $50,000 on deposit. The other guy puts $5,000. Who do you think the seller's going to entertain first?
I look at that. Yeah, that's very
And
serious.
then what you're talking about is my fast track program, which is a big leap above a pre-approval. It's a full-on approval, an underwritten approval. Everything's done, right? The only thing we're missing is the appraisal, and we're missing the contract signed and the title work. That's it. Everything else is done.
Yeah, that makes it. I mean, and I don't take loans from the monster mega banks. I don't take quickie rocket loans. I don't take any of those. I don't want a call center in Detroit handling my, dropping the ball on my seller who's coordinating. He sold his house and he's coordinating buying his house in South Florida, or coordinating closing on his house in Tennessee or North Carolina or wherever he's going.
You have to know what the contingencies are in this market. You have to trust the parties that are involved in it, because there's nothing worse than finding out later. And I've even had, listen, Cleve, I know this won't surprise you, but it might surprise my clients out there that are listening. I have had realtors ask me on a pre-approval letter not to put down that it's a contingency to sell their home. I'm like, that's malpractice.
Yeah.
And I'd be shocked that you would ask me to do that when you're lying to the seller that you actually have a house to sell.
That stuff comes out.
It'll come out. But here's the thing. You're writing a pre-approval and you're asking somebody to lie for you. If you're willing to lie about something like that on a contract, what else? What else are you willing to lie about?
Home sales around the country, Bruce, are up 21% all around the country. Central Florida, we're probably our sales are we're probably not going to be up that much this year as compared to 2019. 2020 actually beat 2019.
Yes, it
did.
did.
Despite the lockdown.
Despite the lockdown.
2021 will probably be, it's tough to say. I have to look at the monthly sales numbers, but I mean, we should be right along the same amount.
Oh, I think we're going to be higher.
Well, but the problem is we don't have enough inventory.
Right.
So we might not have.
But everything that's on the market sells.
Yeah. But that's only a couple thousand homes. So, so it's really interesting to see. But one encouraging news is if you're looking, keep looking, because like I said, half the people I've listed this year weren't thinking about selling 2 years ago.
And if you're thinking about, if you don't want to be in that fray of multiple offer situations, you can't get on, you can't write a contract with the builder, because I got one of my communities, they have 147 people on a wait list that don't even know what the price is going to be.
Yeah.
So this is common stuff right now, and it is a dilemma, but it's not, it doesn't mean you can't get into the market. What about my construction perm program? You can build on your own lot. We can help you go find a lot. We can build a custom home just the way you want it. You can have everything you want. Now, listen, you want to talk to Cleve, call Cleve at 407-352-8118. That's 407-352-8118. He and his team are amazing. He's got great buyer's agents. I love working with Nanette. I love working with Morris. I mean, these guys are really good. They take really good care of you. Cleve is an expert at identifying how you can get the most out of the sale of your home. You want somebody that's really good, because I'm going to tell you something, he's not a part-timer. Matter of fact, he and I are both working till about 9 o'clock tonight together. We got a bunch of stuff going on, but we're going to be working late. So you want somebody that truly will help you get the most out of your home, call Cleve. You can go to his website at cleveloveland.com, or you can call him on his phone at 407-352-8118. If you have questions for the loan arranger, call me at 407-250-9144, or visit my website at webringyouhome.com.
All right, Bruce, I want to ask you about one thing. You're probably seeing a lot of this because this affects you and the client's ratios when they're buying a house. Homeowners insurance has jumped around the state.
Doubled.
About 20 to 30% is what I'm seeing. Like a premium that was $1,500 is now about $1,900. And it's something that affects their ratios.
It affects your debt ratio.
So even though we got, rates still hovering around, we're in the threes.
So right now we're in the threes. Okay, I'm seeing some as low as 2.99 on a 30-year. Quoted a 15 and 10 in the mid twos.
Rate.
Yeah, they're unbelievable. They truly are. So listen, don't get greedy, because they're not going to go down. So I had a lot of folks call me because we had a dip in the last 2 weeks. This week, not as good as the week before and the week before that. But we had a dip, and I had people say, you know what, I want to hold off. And guess what happened this week? Fed announced that there was some inflation going on, and guess what happened to rates? Bang. Right up. Yep. Matter of fact, what was 2.99 a week and a half ago at no points for a high credit score borrower on a conventional loan, 2.99, no points, jumped to 1.8 points this week. Yeah. That's almost a 2-point increase in the discount point in 1 week. Yeah. So it's a volatile market. But here's what you can trust with the loan arranger. Okay, I watch the market intraday. I'm watching trends. I'm reading Japanese candlesticks. If you don't, do you know what Japanese candlesticks are? An indicator. It's been used for 2,000 years. It's what Barry Habib uses. It's what Wall Street uses to determine trends on what things are going to do. So if you look up Japanese candlesticks, it's been around. The Japanese invented it a long time ago to determine how much crop they needed to grow and sell so they could predict the market. And it's a great indicator, and it gives us a lot of indication.
You have a Japanese candlestick update every week.
You have. I watch them intraday. Oh, wow. All day long I'm watching
on
these.
This insurance thing that but if somebody's insurance premium all of a sudden, we thought it was going to be $150 a month, and all of a sudden it's $200 a month.
That could throw you out of qualifying.
And that's what important. They have everything set up with you, and you can help them say, hey, your credit score is 620, but if we get you over the next 3 months, we get you to 700. You can tell them how to do that. Now that might help the rate.
Absolutely,
too, right?
Will help. Matter of fact, my team, free of charge, will shop homeowners insurance with every one of our clients, whether you're buying or refinancing. I got a client right now that is refinancing. He went into forbearance, had a $26,000 silent second that they put on the back end of the loan. We waited 3 months for him to make all his payments because that's the guidelines. You got to be making payments for 3 months after forbearance. We're going to consolidate that. We're saving him about $200 a month. I looked at his insurance. I'm saving him $100 a month more just on shopping the insurance. Free of charge. I don't charge anything for that.
Is that our friend, Mr. Tankersley?
No. Well, you mean that's doing the insurance?
Yes.
It could very well be. He does a lot of our insurance.
So, but I just think, you get your get your wind mitigation inspection, helps lower the rates. But I mean, I have a broker that I shop with, John Tankersley. If you've been a long-time listener, he's been on the show with us before. And Assured Partners is the name of their company, challengemyrate.com. That's what I always send people to, because what I'm having now, the insurance companies are very, very wary of, hey, that roof is not new since 2004. It's been through 3 hurricanes. We're not doing it because the next one's going to tear it off. Water heaters are the new one. They got an age limit on water heaters now if they're in the garage or in the house. They've got Federal Pacific and Zinsco panels, and they've got all kinds of requirements. And I know these things when I walk into a house. Sometimes we might need a building inspection or a 4-point inspection, but I can prepare sellers on how to handle this. So it's really important you give me a call. We can talk about how to prep your house to get on the market, hopefully with no surprises. Learn how to get multiple offers and how to get the house sold above appraisal. 407-352-8118 or cleveloveland.com.
Yeah, if you are trying to reach the loan arranger or you want to call us on the show, call 407-250-9144. That's 407-250-9144. Or if you'd like to apply online, I can speed up the process for you. I've got a simple application process. Just go to webringyouhome.com. That's webringyouhome.com. That's the loan arranger. Been in the business for 32 years, same location for over 20 years. And I am really excited to be able to help you if you're desiring to purchase a home or refinance. Get pre-approved by me. It'll increase your chances on becoming the winning offer. 407-250-9144 or webringyouhome.com. All the loan program. I have virtually every loan program you could think of. The only loans I don't do are commercial loans and land loans. 407-250-9144 for Cleve, Loveland, and the Loan Arranger Radio Show. Cleve, what else we got here?
Well, I got just a lot of information on what's going on. I want to talk about, the stir now. Real estate's been so hot for this last year, despite the pandemic, with these ultra low, unbelievable rates, as you would say. And how long is this bubble going to last? How much time do we have? I want to save that for the next break. Though.
Well, we can talk about that for the next break. We've got about a minute and a half.
The other thing I've got is talking about getting ready on a house. I get emails all the time about people saying, well, I'm redoing my tile floors, and I'm changing out the 12 by 12 tiles. I'm like, whoa, pump the brakes. Hang on. And that's why when I go visit sellers, typically what I spend, Bruce, telling them to get ready, I've got a 50-point checklist on how to prep a house and stage it. It's about 1 to 2% of the price. And then sometimes maybe a little more, but normally if something's way out of date or in really bad shape, you inherited grandma's house and nothing's been done to it in 40 years, then I might just do a pre-listing inspection and repair the big items.
Right.
And then cosmetically.
Well, in this market, they don't need to spend a lot of money.
You don't, because the trouble is you could spend 20 on a kitchen and 15 on flooring and then maybe update a master bath for 10,000. The appraiser will only give you part of that.
So, at best 50 cents on the dollar.
I'd rather you save that money for your next step. That's what's more important, because you might need that to tell the seller, hey, I'll pay you 10,000 over appraisal on that house. Whatever it appraises for, I'll go over that. So save that money. But it just burns me up when I walk into a house and they tell me the last realtor they talked to said they needed to spend $50,000 on this house to list it at $599. And I say, well, how about we just list it for $549? I'll have you multiple offers, and we spend $5,000. So it's all about the prep and making sure you contact the right person. And chances are, you look up and down your street. I've been in one of those rooftops you see on your street. Help buy it, sell it, or manage it as an investment property. Cleve, Loveland, 407-352-8118. We get back, Bruce. We're going to talk about, is this a bubble?
Yep, and if you'd like to reach the loan arranger, go to webringyouhome.com or 407-250-9144. And stay tuned, because I have I'm taking on another radio show that will be on Sundays from 11 to noon on WDBO. So tune in on Sundays for the Loan Arranger radio show coming on Sundays.